Today I'm here with
Nathan,
Joey,
and I'm Max, and we're going to be giving a brief overview of Fortnite. For some of you that don't know what Fortnite is a survival game where 100 players fight against each other in a player versus player combat to the last one standing.
Season 1 did not have a battle pass. It had an item shop and it had very limited locations, but it was the start of something great.
Season 2 was Medieval, or Fortnite. Came out on December 14th of 2017 and ended February 21st of 2018. This season had a battle pass system, cosmetics such as gliders, emotes, and daily challenges.
Then Season 3 was the first season to have a special event to it. The theme of Season 3 was space, and the special event was a meteor strike, which changed the map forever. Season 3 started February 22nd, 2018, and ended April 30th, 2018. Season 3 came along with the additions of loading screens, weekly challenges, and contrails for people gliding into the map.
Theme of Season 4 was superheroes. It started in May 1st of 2018 and ended July 11th of 2018. Some of the new additions to Season 4 was Risky Reels and Dusty Did It. Season 4 was the season for the first ever live event. That was the rocket ship flying around the map. That's it.
Season 5. The theme was World Collision. Started on July 12th of 2018 and ended September 26th of 2018. We got some new locations including Lazy Links and Paradise Palms. The Cube was also added to Fortnite, which moved its way around the map and ended at Loot Lake. Rifts also made their way into Fortnite, which allowed a player to walk into them and be teleported to the top of the sky and glide around wherever they wanted. The second vehicle was the golf cart, which allowed 4 players to be on a golf cart to drive around the map.
The next season added was Season 6. Season 6's theme was corruption. It started on September 27th, 2018 and ended on December 5th, 2018. With Season 6, there was 2 large maps that were added, Leaky Lake and Corrupted Areas. Corrupted Areas were areas all around the map where zombies spawned and you could kill them for loot. Leaky Lake was the result of the Cube, the previous world event, melting into the lake and turning it into a bouncy material. Loot Lake was renamed Leaky Lake because of the mess the Cube left behind.
The theme for Season 7 was winter. It started December 6th, 2018 and ended February 27th of 2019. Some new locations of Season 7 were Frosty Fights, Happy Hamlet, Polar Peak, and The Block. The live event for Season 7 was the Ice King pushing the snow and changing the map completely. In Season 7, there was also Planes, which was a newly added vehicle.
Season 8's theme was Pirates. It started on February 28th of 2019 and ended May 8th of 2019. The new locations added were Sunny Steps, Lazy Lagoon, and the Volcano. The live event was a volcano erupting and covering the map in lava. A new vehicle was added, the Cannon, which allowed players to shoot a cannonball or themselves across the map.
Season 9, season right after Season 8, the theme was Future. It started May 9th, 2019, ended July 31st of 2019. With the map theme being Future, some new locations were added, Neo Tilted, Mega Mall, and Pressure Plant. The theme revolving around Season 9 was the rebuilding after the eruption of the volcano. Throughout the season, all the named locations were slowly rebuilt because of the volcano's destruction. Season 9 also had its own live event, however, the robot versus monster fight. The monster was named the Devourer, and the Devourer fought the mech, and in the end, the mech ended up beating the Devourer to end off Season 9.
Season 10's theme was time travel. It began August 1st of 2019 and ended October 13th of 2019. Some new locations were Tilted Town, Moisty Palms, and Starry Suburbs. Then some returning locations were Dusty Depot, Retail Row, and Greasy Grove. The Black Hole event was the end of Season 10, and this concluded Chapter 1.
In this next segment, we will be individually ranking our favorite Fortnite seasons.
In my 10 spot, I had Season 9 because I didn't enjoy it that much, and that was when I stopped playing.
In my 10 spot, I have Season 1 because I didn't play it.
In my 10, I also had season 9 because I don't know, Fortnite just kind of started to fall off for me. I kind of quit playing season 9.
In my 9 spot, I had season 6. Season 6 just wasn't a fun season for me. It was just after. It was like after its prime.
In my 9 spot, I have season 2 because I didn't play it.
In my 9 spot, I have season 10 because I kind of quit playing season 9, and season 10 was just, I never played it, didn't touch the game.
In my 8 spot, I had season 8, which I thought was pretty fun, but it just didn't make the list very high up.
In my 8 spot, I have season 10 because that's when Fortnite started to drop off. They started doing too much, and I kind of started playing some other games, and I just didn't play it as much.
In my 8, I had season 8 because Fortnite, I still played it. It was still fun, but they started to add a little too much, I think, and we're doing too much, and it just became less fun.
In my 7, I had season 10. Season 10 was the end of chapter 1, but I thought the black hole event was pretty cool. But other than that, it wasn't that special.
In my 7th spot, I have season 9 because they were doing too much, didn't really understand what was going on in the game. They added too much weapons and took away too much stuff, and I really just kind of got into some other games and didn't play it as much.
In my 7, I had season 6. Season 6 was just, it was a really fun season, but I think everything above it was just better. It was more fun. It was prime Fortnite.
In my 6, I had season 4. I thought season 4 was pretty fun, but I still think there are better seasons than it.
In my number 6 spot, I have season 6 because I didn't really like the haunted kind of thing they had going, and it was just an alright season.
In my number 6, I had season 1. Season 1 was, OG Fortnite. It was a lot of fun, but there wasn't enough to it. It was in the early stages of the game.
In my 5, I as well had season 1. I thought season 1 was pretty fun. It was when I first started playing, like most of us. But other than that, there wasn't a lot to it, but it just wasn't a bad season.
In my 5 spot, I have season 8. I was still playing with a lot of my friends. We just didn't play as much. We still played a lot, but it just kind of makes the middle of the list.
In my 5 spot, I have season 5, and season 5 for me was a super fun season. Fortnite started to add, the first vehicles, started to add more weapons, new game modes, and it was just a bunch of fun to play with friends.
In my 4th spot, I had season 7. I had season 7 here because that's when Planes came out, and that was also the first Christmas, or like the first Christmas event of Fortnite.
In my 4th spot, I have season 4. That's when I really started to play. I got my first Xbox in, and I was just on all the time, playing with friends, and just had a blast that season.
In my 4th spot, I had season 2. Season 2 was, again, it was a ton of fun, just like season 1, but started season 2, everyone started to play Fortnite, so I had way more people to play with, and it was a lot more fun to play with people.
In my 3 spot, I had season 5. I had season 5 here because that's when some newer locations got added that I enjoyed, and there was also some different, not game modes, but different things you can do around the map. It was more enjoyable.
In my 3 spot, I had season 3. That's when I first started playing. I used to play on my brother's Xbox because he let me if I did his challenges, and I would just play with a few of my buddies. Never got a win then, but still had a blast playing that season.
In my 3, I had season 4. For me, season 4 was kind of like peak players for Fortnite, and that's when the whole school was playing. Everybody was playing Fortnite, so you could do custom games with everyone, and it was just a ton of fun.
In my 2 spot, I had season 2. This was a really good season for me because this is when all my friends started playing, and this is also when I got my first ever win, so yeah.
In my 2 spot, I have season 5 because that's when, for me, Fortnite was almost at its peak. You had everyone playing. That's all anyone ever played. and you just have a bunch of fun playing with your friends and stuff like that.
In my 2, I have season 7. I feel like most people say season 7 is their 1 or 2 spot. It was around the time of COVID, so everybody was playing all the time, and it was during Christmas too, so there was special Christmas rewards and planes were added, and it was just a great experience.
In my 1, I had season 3 because season 3 was like the peak of Fortnite, and there was a lot of new skins. That's when the battle pass was like fully developed, and new locations, and just a lot to do. A lot of new guns. Just it was fun.
In my 1, I have season 7. Like Joey said, that's when COVID hit. Everyone was trapped inside, and especially with that Christmas spirit going around, everyone was just in a good mood. I remember my parents yelling at me for acting over 24 hours a week on my Xbox for just Fortnite, and we were just having a blast that season.
And my one spot is season 3. Like Rob said, season 3 is when Fortnite was like, it was fully developed. Battle Pass was fully out. Everybody was playing Fortnite. It was its own game, and everybody loved it. And it was just, in my opinion, the best season.
Our next segment, we're going to talk about how Fortnite declined and how no one really plays it anymore.
I think Fortnite really started to decline after season 10 was over, and they moved on to chapter 2. Chapter 2, they just started to add way too much to the game, and just too much was going on, and then everyone started to play it less and less and switched over to different games.
They changed a lot of the guns up. That really...
Yeah, they like added weapon mods and stuff, and it was too much to keep up with.
Yeah, they started to, in the second chapter, you couldn't really understand the storyline as much as you could in the first season or chapter. And I mean, you knew like all the mice and stuff, but chapter 2, I had no idea what was going on.
It was also just kind of annoying how like all the weapons used for the first chapter just weren't a thing anymore. They added a completely new set of weapons every season, so it was just
new map, and it's like
you couldn't really like figure out this is what I want. In season 1 or chapter 1, you knew what guns you were going for, and you knew what they did and how they worked. And in the second chapter, you just didn't know. They were always changing it up, so you never knew, what does this gun do? How can I use this? And kind of stuff like that.
The weapon pool was a lot bigger, too.
Yeah, it was.
The newer chapters.
I feel like chapter 2 was even better than chapter 3 and 5. I mean, and those they even added more.
Chapter 2 wasn't as bad as it is now.
Yeah.
Chapter 2, like the map or like the graphics were still similar, and like...
Yeah, and everyone was really excited, like, whoa, this new chapter and stuff like that.
There was still some of the same guns too, but there was also like new guns. And
one thing that's cool though with like moving on so much is all the special emotes and skins. Like there's so many more than there was at the start, and then like the real dances and stuff. It's not made up because they can't trademark it or whatever.
The challenges were pretty cool too. In chapter 2 compared to like chapter 1, they were.
And this is just like for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but like chapter 2 and on is when like people started to get really good. So you would drop in, survive 30 seconds,
started to get real annoying,
get double pumped and tilted, and then go back to the lobby. And you pretty much do that for probably 4 times, and you go play creative.
Yeah, personally, chapter 4 was pretty fun because they brought back everything original, OG Fortnite, but it was the same. Everyone was just some people never stopped playing, so they were really good. So it was just, you fight anyone that's real, you're going to lose. You're just looking for bots.
This is the end of the video. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like. We'll see you next time.